Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're having a great morning. I am going to jump right into it because I know I make these things long and I just can't help it. I was going to try to make this a reel, but I just know that it's not going to be that fast. Anyways, if you have clicked onto this, I am certain that this is for you. So no matter what words come out of my mouth, take a minute to listen to it, and then you can do whatever you want with it afterwards. But take a minute to listen to it in its entirety, because I know that this is for you, okay? Here we go. Don't jump me off. I'm going to read out of the Bible. I know, the Bible, it's hard. There's a plane going. The Bible, it's hard, and it's tricky, and some people love it, and some people hate it, and man has taken it and tore it all apart and turned a bunch of rules and turned what is supposed to be a relationship with Jesus Christ into a religion which is full of do's and don'ts. And I want to be the voice that comes on here every single day and just screams at you. It is not a religion. It's not. It is a relationship with Jesus. Jesus was against religion, okay? Jesus was. And Jesus was God. And so I want to read out of the Bible, and then I'm going to break it down for you, and it's just one thing, so I'm just going to make it real quick. So I hope you take a minute to really take this in. I really do. I know it's hard. People tried to push religion and Jesus and church and the Bible on me about 9 years ago, and I didn't want nothing to do with it. I didn't have any God in my life. I didn't want nothing to do with it. And so if you are one of those people, I get you, okay? I get you, and I get it. But when God wants to grab a hold of you, if you have clicked onto this, this is one of those moments where God wants to grab a hold of you. All you got to do is listen. And then you get to make the choice from that point on. Okay? Here we go. All right, this is out of Hosea, and it is chapter 10, verses 12 through 13. I'm just going to read it real quick, and then I'll break it down. It says this: sow for yourselves righteousness, reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord, till he comes and rains righteousness on you. You have plowed wickedness, you have reaped iniquity, and you have eaten the fruit of lies, because you have trusted in your own way. Yee. Okay, I love it when God just slaps us in the face with some reality, because I'm the same way. Okay, what does this mean? I'm going to break it all down. Sow for yourselves righteousness, reap in mercy. That means God says if you do what I tell you to do, if you get into this Bible and you look at the truths of this Bible and you do what I tell you to do, that means sow in righteousness. You're going to plant some seeds. Envision just a garden, okay? You're going to go out into that garden and you are going to plant seeds of righteousness, which are basically the 10 Commandments, you guys. Let me pause on this for a quick second. People have turned God into a religion. People have done that, okay? People have done that, and that's why people have church hurt. That's why people don't want anything to do with religion. That's why they believe there's a million of them. You can pick and choose who you want. God came along and just gave Moses the 10 Commandments. Look them up. Easy stuff that I think basically we can pretty much all get behind. Don't cheat. Don't steal. Don't lie. Don't murder. Those are it. And God says, do those. Do those. And it's going to be hard for you because we're sinful. So you're going to want to lie sometimes. You're going to think it's the right thing to do to put a little white lie in there. You're going to want to steal sometimes. You know, you're going to want to covet and be jealous sometimes. You're going to want to gossip. God knows how we're wired. And so he says, here's the deal. If you do all of these things I'm telling you to do, and I understand that you can't do them on your own because they're really, really hard. So if you look to me, another Bible verse is, seek first the kingdom and all will be had. God says, seek first me. Look to me, talk to me, pray to me, say, help me, help me, help me. Help me with your ways. God then promises, oh, cool. Let's buddy up. Let's hand in hand and walk this journey together. And all will be given to you. Seek first the kingdom, and all will be given to you. God has more blessings for you than you could ever imagine in your whole entire life. I am a living testament to it. My life for 40 years was what it was. It was fine. It was good. It was great. It was a mess. It was all of these things, but it was without God. And so basically I was the one that had to control it. I don't want to control everything. I can't control the people at my work. I can't control all of the thoughts that go into my head. I can control what I do with them. I can't control where my children's lives are going to go. I can't control my friends. I can't control all of the situations they're going to get thrown at me. All I can do is have some sort of a foundation to try to live by. And it's God's. It's God's truth. It's God's truth. Seek first his kingdom, and all will be had. This Bible verse is saying, sow for your self-righteousness, so do what God asks you to do, and what you will reap is mercy. 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 So all that trouble that you've already, all the toxic things that you've done, all the bad choices that you make, all the regrets that you have, all the guilt that you have, all the fear that you have and the anger that you have, God's going to come in there and he's going to cover that with his love and his light. That's what mercy is. Break up your fallow ground, it says. Break up that hard heart of yours, okay? Not everything can be your way. Not everything you see and everything you feel and everything you assume and everything you perceive and everything you want, it's not the best for you. God is above us. His ways are above our ways. Lean not on your own understanding. And he's saying, so break that up. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own opinion and your own righteousness and open yourself up, humble yourself and go, all right, God. All right, maybe my way isn't 100%. God says, so start looking to me, start praying to me, sow in righteousness. You're going to get back mercy. Break up all that hardness that is inside of you. You do that by praying to God. It's hard to do it on our own. We can't do it on our own. If we could have, doing it on our own is behavior modification. And you can change your behavior for an extended period of time. You can diet for an extended period of time. You can work out for an extended period of time. You can try to be nice at work for an extended period of time. But if you're doing it all on your own, before you know it, you are going to get resentful. You're going to get mad. You're going to get frustrated. And then you're going to have more of the same on top of you. And so God says, break up that hard heart of yours. Break it up. You don't need to do it all on your own. You don't need to do it all on your own. Okay, it's hard to trust people. Okay, it's hard to count on people. Okay, people come along and they mess it all up. Get it. Got it. God knows. People have been ignoring him and screwing up everything he says for years, so he gets it. But he says, but if you come to me, I'm going to help you walk in righteousness. You don't got to do it all on your own. I'm going to help you with this mercy. Till he comes and he rains it down upon you. So God is slow. God is patient. God is loving. He doesn't just come in and just powerhouse you down like a lightning bolt. He loves you. He knows you. He knows your circumstances. He knows your situation. He knows what you're going through. He knows how hard you've tried. He knows your battles from the past. He knows your fears from the worries. And so he says, if you come to me, and you start trying to sow these seeds of righteousness, slowly and lovingly, I'm going to rain down mercy upon you. It's who I am, God says. However, you have plowed wickedness. You have reaped iniquity because you have trusted in your own way. You have eaten the fruit of lies. Basically what God is saying, if you're not inviting me in, if you're not talking to me, you're doing it your own way. And when you do it your own way, yeah, there's gonna be joys and there's gonna be happiness and there's gonna be good things along the way, and that's cool. That's blessings of life, man. I love those. But there's also going to be a lot of repetition and a lot of striving and a lot of struggle and a lot of expectation, a lot of let down expectation, a lot of sadness and depression and anger, and then that leads to pride and fear, and I can do it. God says, if you keep doing it your own way, you are going to keep reaping that. You are going to keep eating the fruit of lies. I did a video a couple weeks back about Satan. I don't like to talk about Satan too much because I think we cause enough of our own trouble. But he's real. Satan's real. And Satan is the father of lies. And Satan comes in. He comes in dressed like truth. So it's like you believe everything you got going on. You've eaten the fruit of lies. You have done it your own way. You have believed that you are the only one that can count on you. You have believed that you don't need anybody, that you've got this. You have believed maybe somehow along the lines that God's no good. And he's this big bully up there, this big expectant bully up there that if you don't do it his way, you're going to go to the gates of hell. And that is not it. God in the Bible, in this entire Bible, God is telling everybody, come on, you guys. I created you for so much more, he says. I created you for so much more. All you got to do is live by the rules that not rules, the strategy. This is like a book, a life lesson of how to do life. It's a handbook. He goes, I've given you the handbook. And all the people in the handbook, I've given you all these different stories of all of these different people. So you can learn from this book what not to do, what works and what doesn't work. And final, you're going to have trouble. Life's going to be hard. Okay, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be yes. And I think about this a lot. Like for the people that struggle with, why would a good God allow all of these bad things to happen? You know, suicide and war and children's diseases. And trust me, I have battled with that question so much my own self. But I have experienced so many other parts of God that if I'm going to believe in some of it, I'm going to believe in all of it because I want the mercy. I want the seeds of righteousness. I want the blessings to reign. I want the peace. I want the joy. I want the grace. I want the discernment. I want the goodness and the strength of God. And I can't just pick and choose the parts that I want to believe in. And when I come to why would God do that, the first answer I give myself is his ways are above our ways. We're never going to understand them. We're not going to understand them. But I have read a handful of stories, whether you guys buy into this or not, of people that have had like near-death experiences and where they say they've gone to heaven. And in an instant, everything made sense. Like it's like they knew everything. All of a sudden, they knew everything. And I believe that. I believe that we're not meant to understand it here. We're meant to have faith here in this world. On this earth, we're meant to call to God, seek first his kingdom. Everything else will be given to us. Have no fear. A lot more guys are coming. That's going to rush me out of here. Seek first the kingdom, and all will be done. Stop walking in your own righteous ways. You are eating the fruit of lies, and that's why you're producing the same toxic outcomes. Seek first the kingdom. He will help you. He loves you. He created you. He's got so much more for you than you could ever possibly imagine in your whole entire life. He is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. And if you start seeking him first every single day and just saying, help me, help me. He's a simple God. We make it difficult. He is a simple God. In this crazy, messy world, isn't it nice just to know that you can have something simple? God just says, come to me. Just come to me. Just talk to me. Just open up to me and just try to trust me and try to see that I know your journey. I got everything you need for your journey. Come to me and let me help you on this journey and make it the most beautiful journey you can't even imagine for yourself. But it's a partnership. It is a relationship. It is not a bunch of rules to follow, because if it was a bunch of rules to follow, you can bet I wouldn't do it. That's why I didn't do it for 40 years. I thought people that were trying to push God on me were judgy. And I thought that they thought they were holier than thou. And I thought, who are you to tell me what I need? And I think now as I look back on it, majority of the people truly loved Jesus. And they had that real love in their heart, and they saw me struggling, and they just wanted me to have that love in their heart either, too. It's a relationship. It is God. Open this handbook. Read through it. It's cuckoo crazy. Get into the Gospels first. The Gospels were just dudes that walked around with Jesus and just wrote everything down. That's how you get to know who Jesus is. He was the most powerful, most loving, most strongest, most beautiful man. And everything he has, he wants to give to you. It's just up to you if you want to put down your calloused, hollow, fallow heart, as it says in this, and start sowing seeds of righteousness. You don't got to do it all on your own. He doesn't expect you. It's not behavior modification. It's not. It's not just change your ways. If we could just change our ways, we'd do it like that. It is not that. It is a love affair. with Jesus Christ, who gets inside of that space in your heart, all those spaces that are dark and broken and heavy and toxic, parts of you that you don't even know gotta go. I can't tell you how many times in my life I have stuck up for parts of me. It's just who I am. Just telling the truth. Ugly parts that had to go. And God does it with love and with gentleness, and not with guilt and not with condemnation. He does it with praise and with mercy and with peace and with joy. And it's like a lazy river. You're just floating down a lazy river with Jesus, and every now and then you jump into some white rapids, and you can choose for that. And that's when life gets crazy and when life gets hard, and you then can choose. Are you gonna freak out? You're gonna freak out and do it all on your own, try to figure it all out on your own during those white water rapids? Or are you gonna grab hold of the life vest, man, and just flow along with it? It's your choice. Jesus is real. The power of Christ is real. And how much of it you get is how much of it you put into it. It just starts with this much faith. Shake off everything you think you know. Today could be a new day just to start over. Go back and watch some of my other videos. If there's anything here that you're like, maybe I could sort of believe it, go back and watch some other ones. God puts people together for weird, mysterious reasons. And I think today was your day so you could hear a little bit about how awesome Jesus is and how much he loves you and how very, very amazing and strong and discerning and joyful your life can be despite situations and circumstances and scars and worry and fear and depression and anger and pride and all that. God can get in there. He shines his light on that. You'll never be the same. Yeah. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.